particular recommendation. It is at the heart of our crisis. Around the world, including those who preach free market, like the US, the UK, and so on and so forth, there are things they produce at home, even if they are not economically competitive. As a matter of deliberate policy, they prohibit their importation. There can be no equilibrium between demand and supply if we don't have measures to protect local industries. So I think this policy is right, because even our lamentation about exchange rate is not just a function of more dollars being supplied. If more dollars are supplied and much more demand is affected for imported goods, the exchange rate will continue to suffer permanent devaluation. Therefore, sir, I think we should support this idea. It's about, earlier in the morning, sir, we spent time talking about skilling our youths. When we skill them, where will they work? If we are importing toothpick, because we don't have enough toothpick producer at home, we allow people to import toothpick. We are importing all sorts of things that this country don't need. We have basically become a dumping ground for all sorts of things. So, Mr. President, I believe until we challenge ourselves, just the manner that you said before, that we can challenge ourselves to do everything to stabilize the naira, not just by supply, but also reducing unnecessary demand that we can produce at home. So, sir, I support this recommendation 4 without any, because what you say sufficiently, that loophole will be exploited for people to say, who will determine the balance? So, sir, we should leave it as it is. It is elegant. It is also bold to say that we want to sustain the policy of producing what we need, and prohibiting things that we considered a luxury, so that we can protect the stability of the country and create more jobs for our young people. The areas I'm worrying about is about establishing universities that become avenue for all sorts of studies. And Nigeria, I have met a number of contractors, a number of employers, and they speak to the fact that although there are so many young people who are unemployed, but many are even unemployable. Not because they didn't go to school, but because they went to read courses that the economy does not need. I think for me, it makes perfect sense to begin to shift emphasis away from universities to establishing technical institutions. And the cost may not be the way in which the overhead of a university is much larger than the overhead of a technical institution. In any case, I think the gentleman who spoke to the fact that if we have more young, skilled people, I think that is the Deputy Senate President, that in the long run, what we invest today, we yield much more tomorrow. I will support this institution because I believe it will generate, it will create opportunity to skill young men and women, and that is the area I wanted to amend the Deputy Senate President statement. When we say young men, we must also be increasingly sensitive about gender, and young women too, to work in our industries rather than importing expatriates that end up repatriating their salaries in foreign currency. Mr. President, I can't see any disadvantage. We cannot have too many skilled people. We can't have too many young, equipped people. And therefore, no cost can be too much. And in any case, the cost of running an institution is a fraction relative to the cost of establishing a university. So I support in total this bill. Perhaps we may need to add technical college so that it doesn't lose focus over time.
Thank you.